That's
not me.
Hello, welcome to yet another episode of HomeSMP Season 3. The season is quickly reaching its conclusion. Oh, so we don't have too much time to work on projects. There are a few things I still want to get done before that happens. One of the things being the portal build for the Mushroom Island. I'm working on it a lot in creative, and I can't wait to see it actually on the server. So yeah, let's head over there and actually get it built. It's time for super fast time lapse. Ouch. And here we are, finally done. This has been such a big, massive. This has just been such a massive build, and it is finally done in all of its majestic glory. Kind of makes everything else look a little small next to it. This has been a collaboration with mostly Slime Raven, but I decided to get it built on a server. A little late in the season as we're wrapping things up. Now, this is all the building done. I do have plans to do a little bit more with it. See, I want to figure out how to do maybe some redstone when it comes to like maybe adding Easter eggs to this build. So I've been thinking, the first thing I thought of was that we could add a daylight sensor so that the copper bulbs on Topsy's parrots light up during the night. So like you can see just something to spruce up this side of the build, make it a little more alive. Second, wouldn't it be fun if you could just press these buttons by just jumping on them? Because we're such a small scale compared to the buttons. So you just jump on buttons to press them. And maybe even like something would happen on screen. I think I figured out a way to do this, mostly using pistons and skulk sensors. So yeah, let's. I have a few supplies, most prominently my resin box. So let's see if we can do something with this. Time for some redstone. Good old redstone. I've been building for a very long time. Please, I need this. Okay, so let's start with the easy part. So let's see here. I think the easiest way to do this, we need a daylight sensor, of course. And then, yeah, this should be everything. Let's try to get inside this wall. Okay, let's just build up here. Those are 2 blocks we need to power. The easiest way to do this would probably just be to connect them up. I could take an observer, phase it up as well. And then we need something like a piston. Just gonna check so that, yeah, it did in fact power them. And we place a piston just like that. And then we just need some blocks. Just like that. And I want to have a comparator that reads the signal out from this dropper. We fill this with 4 shovels so that the piston activates. And then can actually just, okay, I'll need to break the bulbs because they're working in the opposite way that I want them to work. And then we just need to place this daylight sensor. Could I just do that right next to that one? Oh. Well, we don't want that to happen. I think that should still work. So we can just have that on subtract. So whenever this daylight sensor becomes more powered than the power coming out from this, or the signal strength out from this dropper, this redstone dust will turn off, and then the piston will no longer be extended, so the observer will update, sending a pulse through to that redstone dust, which will turn on or turn off the lamps rather. We just have to change a little bit because the daylight sensor didn't get output into the comparator, but now it does. Now you can see, like I said, the redstone dust is not powered, and the lights are not on. I'm just gonna fly up and repair this hole. I want to make sure that the daylight sensor can still see up, so I'm gonna get a glass block to place here. Just like that. So now we have a pressure plate just to hide that there's anything interesting there. It breaks pattern a little bit, but I think it's still like not as noticeable as just having a hole there or a glass block. Fly down here, replace these two quartz blocks, and once it becomes nighttime, this should both light up. In the meantime, I want to go and work on these buttons over here. But this feels like slightly more of a complicated problem, so let's go into my redstone testing world. Let's see, where did I put it? Ah. And here we are in the redstone testing world. And I've taken the liberty to take out the spot where we're going to test our buttons. So let's get some supplies. We want that one. We want calibrated skull sensors. In order to track players landing on blocks, we want to send strength 2 into this calibrated skull sensor. Let me just see, I think that's just 2 non-stackable items. No, it's actually just 1 non-stackable item. That makes it easy. Now we just want to place you and... Okay, let's place... Again with our grey wool. Let's place you, and then you, and then you. So we get... like that. And now, as you can hear, the skull sensor is not tracking me here, but just whenever I land. Which is just what we want. Now, we of course want the skull sensor to only hear when we jump on these 4 blocks. And if we're able to, it would also be nice to distinguish between this button and this button. So we can have 4 independently moving buttons for each side. If you stand precisely in the center... Yeah, if you stand precisely in the center, only the right one goes off. If you stand too far back, the wrong one goes off. How much wool do I have to place? Or is there an amount of wool I can place where all the wrong signals get silenced? Ooh, that was interesting. No, that is definitely not what we want. Okay, yeah, that's that block. Okay, so I've been playing around with this concept for a while. After doing this design, where depending on where in the box you stood, you could like different buttons would connect based on if because these could hear you from when you were pressing other buttons, which is not really what I want. And then for this design, I couldn't really get the powering right for all 4 pistons to power at the same time. So this was generally a scrap as well. And then with all the issues I had, like, the main problem is that the buttons are so close together. Like, you only have the diagonal, like, one diagonal away is another button. So I started thinking maybe I'll just don't use 4 pistons for each. Maybe I use slime blocks. It's like this. I only have one piston per button, and this is super easy. Just power and unpower that, depending on if the sculk sensor under, if it gets a signal. And this turned out to be like the solution. I would say the main drawback of this is you might be able to see on my movement here that the slime blocks are making it hard to move on the button. Like they're of course acting underneath the slabs. It makes like the button sticky, and I don't know if I love that. Also, these blocks do give off signals. I will probably just fix that, placing more wool underneath all the corners. Yeah, that's all set. Amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna go and make a schematic of this and then build it on the server. So I'll catch you over there. Okay, so it is all working. The buttons, you can press all of them, they all work. But that's all good. That's all well and good, but wouldn't it be fun if something actually happened on screen as you pressed all the buttons individually? So I was trying to come up with stuff like, maybe I can do like an armor stand flying across the screen, or like something appearing. But I don't know if that's... I don't think we have that much space here to work with. If I just free cam, you can see... like, it would probably be enough space. But then I came up with a slightly different idea. So I got some resources prepared. A bunch of gunpowder, a bunch of cocaine, a bunch of dyes, some fire charges, some golden nuggets. And I was thinking, what if when I press these buttons, a firework is launched from either of the sides? So like orange, well, an orange one is launched from the bottom, yellow from the left side, green from the right side, and red from falling down. You can have something like appear on the screen. I think that would be pretty cool. See where it explodes as well. Feels like we definitely need some like glass pane or something in the middle that they all hit. I think that looks pretty cool. That does work. Amazing. So now they all work. Oh, and I fell off. Amazing. Now that we're done with that, I want to move on to some more stuff. Because, you know me, I can't go an episode without a prank. And a while ago, or just a few weeks ago, we happened to get pranked by one Sunray16. And I feel like we need to do something about it. So I, like always, got a plan.
I do know I could use a boat now. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you kill Tumbleweed, I will make you rue the day that you ever walked into my stream. You bring my child back.
Objectively worse. Oh god, he's just going lower.
Heavy. You bring my child back right now.
Alright.
Is this not the original Tumbleweed?
That's right. As of a week and a half now, Tumbleweed has been spending his time, well, here. Listen, I don't have anything against Tumbleweed, but Raven is always going on about how she takes such a good care of Tumbleweed and like feeds him every day and takes him for walks. And I don't think that's true. I think that in the last 12 days since I stole Tumbleweed, Raven has not even noticed. Don't worry, I've been making sure to feed Tumbleweed. Do you want some seeds, buddy? You want some seeds? Oh, yes you do. Oh, yes you do. Oh, you're so cute. Raven, you can get Tumbleweed back whenever you want. But consider yourself pranked. So after chicken napping, I did some thinking. What if we can test some other people on the server in their ability to notice things? Say, for example, that the entire bottom of your mountain gets built overnight. Let's see if Topsy can notice that. think that will have to do it for today. Sorry for this episode being a little sporadic with all the different jumps between projects. But I hope you have still enjoyed, and I do have a bunch more projects still to finish before the season ends, so expect more of this in the next episode. It'll probably happen. Nothing I can do about it. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you like what if you're here at this point in the video, maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Boy. Oh, boy. Ouch. I should really stop flying into things.
Why is nobody?
It's so good.
That's
This is
not
so
good.
good. What is happening?
I don't know what I sound like. Why is this big and blue? Okay. Oh boy. I just want to be a normal guy. I don't want to be a robot. No. No,
Oh my
it's
god,
sad.
AI has become sentient, guys. We've hit the singularity.
Oh no.